Taylor! Oh, what a goal by Peter Taylor!
Welcome to Team of the 80s. My name's Gary Spencer. I've not really been podding much lately. We did the 4-part Nico thing. I wonder how many of you tuned into that. If you haven't tuned into it, then you really should, because it's a great listen. Peter Nicklaus was a great player for our club back in the late 70s, early 80s. And he went on to have a really glittering career with Arsenal, Chelsea, and of course Wales, and represented Wales 83 times. If you haven't caught up with that particular podcast, I suggest you do.
Play very well.
It's a big part of our history, and Nico's a great lad. And I found the whole thing very engaging, actually. I'll be doing a few more of the lads over the summer period, just to keep you entertained, as you haven't got any domestic games coming up over the summer period. And in and around the World Cup, I'll be releasing the Terry Fenwick podcast, which I recorded the other day. And there's some really great stories in that. And of course, the famous Maradona game where Terry played for England as centre-half in the 1986 World Cup quarter-final against Argentina. And this summer, this World Cup, on the 22nd of June, that's the 40th anniversary of that. So that's caught you up with what I've been doing. Now, what have we been doing at Crystal Palace as a club? Well, in the league, I guess we've been plodding along.
I thought we played very well.
No fireworks. And, you know, since we've gone further in Europe, I guess that's no surprise. What is disturbing to me is that there's no real pressure on now. And players like Brennan Johnson,
And he had 2 shots at goal.
players like Jeremy Pino are still not, they're still not freeing themselves up. And they both look nervous. They both look like they're trying too hard. And that's a worry. Because I understand that when there's a little bit of pressure on and you're having a hard time and your confidence is low. I don't understand that in the games we're playing in the league at the moment, because there really is no pressure and you could just express yourself, especially if you're a player like Jeremy Pino, who is brought in to be creative.
I thought we played very well.
Brendan Johnson, top scorer at Tottenham last year. So far, he hasn't really shown his ability. I think he is a player in there somewhere. He's very quick, but he's lacking in confidence. And so is Strand Larsen as well. He's struggled a little bit lately.
You know, let's not take the piss.
Mateta, he did okay, but you know, I think Mateta's going to find it really hard to get another club. Reason being, he's not exactly prolific since he's come back. I don't think he's fit. And he's going to find it hard to get a move away. I'll be surprised if he gets a top move away, put it that way. He may go somewhere because he's shot himself in the foot a bit, I think, at Palace. And, you know, we don't know who's going to come in as the next manager. Or maybe we won't have a new manager. You know, managers change their mind. Maybe Glasner looks at it all in the end. Because, you know, will Glasner get a top club? Who's going to come in for Glasner? Would it be Chelsea? Would it be Liverpool? I guess he'd move for both of those. But, you know, he's built a real project at Palace. He's got a squad together. They're playing to his tune.
I thought we played very well.
He gets a performance out of them. And here we are. We're in the middle of the league, as we always are. But we're the FA Cup holders. And we won the Community Shield. And we're in the semi-final of a European competition. So we're not doing too bad. The Europe competition, by the way, surprised me a little bit, because if you should really surprised everybody, because if you'd have seen, and I'm sure a lot of you did, our qualifying games, we were dreadful, weren't we? We were really dreadful. And here we are in the semi-finals. We're 2 days away from the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League, Shakhtar Donetsk in Poland. And it all looks kind of rosy, I guess, in Europe. What do you feel? What do you fancy we're going to do out there? For me, it's got to be a 1-1 or a 2-2. Nah, or a 0-0. 2-2, where did I get that from? No, for me, I fancy 0-0 or 1-1. And then back to Selhurst, full ground. And I fancy we'll nick it and we'll end up in the final. A full ground at Palace anymore, it's not really that much. Was it 26,000 now? These were the conversations I was having with Fen and Nico, is that as great as it was for us to win the FA Cup, and let's face it was great, particularly against a club like Manchester City, those days, or that day, would never overcome May the 11th against Burnley in 1979 for me. And it was that night and that time, that 2-year spell, which inspired me to make these shows, the team of the 80s, because that was a turning point for the club. The future was bright, it was glamorous, we had some real swagger to our play, and that's what inspired me to make these podcasts. So, let's hope we have a great result on Thursday. I'll be checking in next week, and I just really wanted to use this opportunity to bring you up to date. And if you haven't listened to the Nico stuff, please do. Like I said, it's very entertaining. And next week, I'll be speaking to Vince Hilaire and Stevie Lovell. And after that, I think I've got Barry Siltman. So lots to look forward to. It's going to be a great, entertaining summer from Team of the 80s. And if you haven't followed me yet on TikTok or Instagram, go over there and give me a follow. And let's get this show going viral. Anyway, thanks for listening. And come on, you Palace.